where the Lakers are playing host to the San Antonio Spurs in this Western Conference battle. The Lakers have been playing in Los Angeles since 1980 when they moved from Minnesota. Welcome to Los Angeles, where the Lakers are playing host to the San Antonio Spurs in this Western Conference battle. The Lakers have been playing in Los Angeles since 1960 when they moved from Minnesota. The Great Western Forum opened in 1966 and has proved to be a very accommodating home court for the Lakers, who've won over 75% of their games there. This season, the Los Angeles Lakers are undefeated at the Forum in 7 games. The Spurs start Tim Duncan and Sean Elliott at forward, David Robinson at center, and Vinny Del Negro and Avery Johnson at guard. The Lakers start Robert Horry and Rick Fox at forward, Eldon Campbell's at center, Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel are the guards. The head coach for the San Antonio Spurs is Greg Popovich, while the head man for the Los Angeles Lakers is Del Harris. From the start, the Lakers aggressively attacked the boards, which led to this second chance opportunity for Rick Fox.
And he makes a back shot of 19 feet. Great play by Jones. Good shot by Fox.
But San Antonio countered as Avery Johnson utilized his quickness to drive to the basket.
Goes up the right-hand bank, and it's good. They let the little guy go, and he says, I'll show you.
The Spurs would continue to push the ball up court, forcing the LA defense back on its heels.
So the 16-foot mark and make a 16-footer.
But San Antonio's eagerness to penetrate the lane cost them, as the Lakers' Eddie Jones took advantage of this miscue.
Over to Eddie Jones. He fires and gets a three-pointer.
Actor Jack Nicholson appreciated his hometown team shooting. But Kobe Bryant wanted to prove that LA could score from inside as well.
Goes it up and in. There's 3 guys and hit him.
But San Antonio would strike back with more aggressive play inside the paint from reserve Will Perdue.
Nice underneath to Perdue, who slams. The pass came from Johnson.
And whenever the hometown Lakers appeared to be losing their lead, they went to their fast break offense for answers.
Pass in the front court to Eddie Jones. Good slam.
At the end of the first quarter, the Lakers led the Spurs 24-17. And in the second quarter, the Lakers continued their strong play in the paint.
Laker lead is 5. There's a pass underneath, and Corey Blunt slams it home.
But then rookie Tim Duncan got involved as he went up strong against Sean Rooks.
Down the middle, makes a great pass, and the foul is called on Rooks, and that'll send Duncan to the line.
The Spurs' Tim Duncan continued to establish his strong inside game against the hometown Lakers.
That shot's beautiful shot, 14-footer with the right hand.
Then Kobe Bryant and Eldon Campbell started to take over, leaving the Spurs confused whenever they drove into the paint.
On the middle, feeds the ball underneath. Great play by Kobe Bryant, giving it to Campbell for the slam.
Yeah, the Lakers had a good combination in Kobe Bryant to Eldon Campbell, and they stuck with it.
Great play by Campbell. Goes in deep and scores. He makes Duncan out of his shoes.
But the Admiral, David Robinson, kept the Spurs in the game as he finally found his shooting touch.
Opposite fake, shoots a 20-foot jump from outside, and he hits it. He can do that. He'll kill you. And if you don't go out on him, he'll go by you with a dribble.
With the first half winding down, Nick Van Exel also looked to convert on another LA fast break.
Now the ball to Van Exel. To his right is Jones. Van Exel all the way. Puts it in. Foul.
At halftime, the Lakers led it by 2. We're back at LA's Forum. Let's check out some first half highlights. The Lakers' young star Kobe Bryant got the home team going, creating offense while displaying his great athleticism. But the Spurs took advantage of Shaquille O'Neal's absence in the lane by getting the ball inside to their big man. The hometown Lakers continue to play with their up-tempo, fast break offense that's worked so well for them all season long. Then San Antonio went to their power game as rookie sensation Tim Duncan provided some instant offense. But it was point guard Nick Van Exel who sparkled in the first half, scoring on this amazing shot that brought the crowd to their feet. Now let's take a look at some halftime stats. The visiting Spurs struggled offensively in the first half, shooting less than 40% from the field and missing all of their attempts from three-point range. The hometown Lakers had a solid offensive output, shooting nearly 46% from the field and connecting on 10 of 11 free throws. Now we return for the start of the second half, with the Lakers leading at 45-43.
Ball into Robinson. Robinson will go to work now. Out in front they give to Avery. He's down the middle, bounces it over to Del Negro. He fires, it won't be close. The rebound to Eldon Campbell.
Nice box out.
I'll say that was a nice box out. Campbell's played himself a heck of a ball game. And in the rebound department, he hasn't got a lot, just 2. But he'll get him. Here's Eddie Jones outside. He hits a deuce. Eddie Jones gets his 5th point. And it's 47-43. Van Exel got the assist on the play. Now we got the ball over here against the western sideline to Elliott in low, and traveling is called on David Robinson. David's not having a good ball game, not his kind of game. He could have a bad game and be a great game, but that's how good he is.
He's a talent.
And you bet he is. And a nice gentleman. Van Exel with the ball. Van Exel bounced the ball to Jones. He passed up the shot. Now he's in the air. 17-footer won't go. He shot it off the wrong foot, and the rebound is off to Robinson. David gives to Sean Elliott. Elliott in the front court had 4 points very early in the ball game. Since then, he's been kind of quiet. He's got a total of 8 now. Been to the free throw line a couple of times. Here's the ball in low to Duncan. He turns it loose and banks it in right in the face of Ori. Nice shot. Remember, he's a 7-footer. 47-45. And Duncan in the ball game now with 14. Ball to Fox. Dribble drive. Backhand pass to Campbell. 21 feet out. Now the ball to Jones above the three-point line. Guarded by Del Negro. And he shoots over him. That won't go. And the rebound is to David Robinson.
Got to the point when Eddie misses now, everybody is surprised.
That's right. And Van Exel, too. Here's Robinson at the top of the key. Brings it over to Elliott. 20-foot right-hand jumper. That's good. Hey, we're tied at 47. Just getting started in the second half. David Robinson got another assist on that play. And the Lakers better get their boots buckled up. They didn't play a great game at Denver. They didn't play a great game against Toronto. They didn't play a great game in Philly. Lob underneath. David's got it. He puts it up and in, and they lead it 49-47. The Lakers need and take a timeout. 49-47. 22nd timeout.
After the Lakers timeout, we resume our game with the Spurs leading at 49-47.
To Van Exel. Van Exel in low to Campbell. Campbell brings it out to Fox. He fakes. He puts Elliott in the popcorn machine, and Fox throws it away, but it bounces to Van Exel. Luckily, 6 on the clock. Campbell in the air. 5-foot jumper, no. Rebound tipped by Ori, no. Knocks out of bounds. Last touch. Ooh, I thought Campbell touched it last.
It was Robert Ori and Eldon both battling for that ball.
Lakers get the ball out with 24 on the clock. They're coming out very flat here in this quarter, even though we've only played 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Then they had a slow start in the ball game. Here's a dribble drive by Fox down the middle. He throws it away again. This time he threw it away to Duncan. Now we go 4-on-3. The ball over to Del Negro. Del Negro pass in low to Robinson. Out in front to Duncan. They swing to Avery Johnson. 3-point country to Elliott along the side. Pass knocked out of bounds by Eddie Jones. He'll never have long fingernails because he hits the basketball too often. Boy, does he touch the ball.
When you talk about the Laker defense touching and ball deflections, Eddie Jones, Robert Ori, Rick Fox, they all get their hands on quite a few.
11 on the 24. Ball bounced into Robinson. He can shoot the perimeter shot. He proved that in the first half. Might prove it right now. It's on the way from 19. It won't go. It goes up and over and out of bounds. So, the Lakers, a chance to tie the ball game with 9:10 to play here in the quarter. Well, this has not been a scintillating game for either team.
From the start, it hasn't been.
Here we go with Van Exel moving along the far to eastern sideline. He supplied most of the. Here's a dribble drive by Van, all the way under, lays it up, and the rebound is off by Robert Ori.
Wow! A two-hand reverse, it seemed, on the rebound by Robert.
He came out of the ceiling. We're tied at 49. I like that, Ori, don't you?
Love him.
Here's Del Negro bringing it over to Robinson. Same spot from where he just missed one. Backs in this time on Campbell. Puts it up. 15-footer. Campbell blocked the shot. The ball is off to Ori. 3-on-3 break. Van Exel in the middle. Van Exel gives the ball to Eddie Jones. Come to the left. Go down the middle. They knock it loose and foul him. I don't think they'll rule it in the act of shooting.
Well, that last play that Robert Ori made, Chick, after the missed shot, Robert again, Nick gets good penetration, misses it, and Robert Ori comes in and just throws it back down. Nobody boxed him out, and
literally, and he hit his arm, his forearm on the rim, and it hurt him. Now the referees are talking to each other,
trying to figure out who committed the foul.
The foul is on number 6, Avery Johnson. 49-49, 8:35 to play in the third. Chick Hearn with Stu Lance. Frank Pollock and Steve Trapp, our engineers on our radio network. Travel. Oh, man, did he travel. Frank Pollock and Steve Trapp for radio, and Jerry Romano is producing, and Doug Freeman directing for our television network, Fox Sports West. 49-49. And coming to the ball is Johnson in the front court. Johnson holds it up. Johnson just walking the dribble out above the three-point line. Takes the ball over now to Duncan. Duncan dribbling on Ori. Duncan lets the ball get loose and picks it up and feeds it out to here's the ball to Johnson. He drives to the base and puts in the bank shot after it had been fumbled and got away from Del Negro. It's 51-49. There's a pass at the other end, and Rick Fox scores on it.
Nice pass. Good finish by Rick. 51-51.
And Robinson brings it over to Elliott. He likes this shot, this particular shot he loves. He missed from 20, and the rebound, he was wide open. What a touch. And the rebound is off to Robert Ory. The ball in the front court, Van Exel. Van Exel down the middle with the dribble. The ball gets away from him. Here they come. It's a 3-on-1 against Fox. Johnson goes all the way. Fox knocks it loose. Fox knocked it out of bounds, and they call a foul on him, his third foul of the ball game.
Well, Rick Fox says, I've got 6 fouls. I'm going to end this ball game having used up just about all of them. In transition is time. It's little Avery Johnson deciding what he wants to do against Rick, and Rick just reaches in, hits the ball, but also hits Avery. 2-shot foul.
Avery Johnson in this ball game is 3 for 3 at the free throw line. Little left-hander, 4 for 4, and the Spurs have the lead, 52-51. Free throws are both good, and it's 53-51. The Lakers already have 4 turnovers in the third quarter, and we've only played 4.5 minutes. Pass underneath to Campbell, slam dunk to the left hand.
Nice job by Rick Fox.
I'll say.
Just penetrating.
You see Robinson, no, he didn't go after the block because he was afraid of his third foul, which could cost his team the game. 53-53, even though we're early in the third quarter. But those 4 turnovers with the Lakers have been tough. Dribble drive down the middle. Elliott puts up the 5-footer, no good. The rebound to Fox. Quick pass comes out. Van Exel is in the middle. A man to his right, a man to his left. He's going in deep. 360 turn in the air and score a 5-footer. Unbelievable. Unbelievable shot.
Nick is having some fun.
55-53. Wasn't that a sensational play?
It was two of them tonight.
Now the ball into Robinson. That Lakers by 2. Out to Avery Johnson. One bounce dribble, 14-footer. He ties it up. Little Avery's left-hander starting to work.
But that's still the shot you want Avery taking. You don't want him penetrating. He's not a perimeter shooter by any stretch.
55-55. 6:40 left to play here in the third quarter. And with the ball in the front court, we've got Nick Van Exel. Nick comes dribbling, brings it out in front to Fox. He's having a good quarter. He's in the air, 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound is off. Campbell's fouled in the act of shooting by Robinson, or Duncan puts his hand up. I think they'll call Robinson.
We take a break in the action with a game tied at 55. Welcome back to Los Angeles. The Lakers now lead the Spurs 57-55.
Fox, now Van Exel's left on him alone. Fox has got somebody else he's got to worry about.
The Lakers wanted to trap, but he was gone.
No, he was gone. Williams is back in the ball game now, the Notre Damer. Used to be with the Knicks. Ball into Duncan. Duncan down the middle to Williams. It's off him and out of bounds. That was too hot to handle. Wow. He was only about 8 feet away from the passer, Duncan. Very hard pass to Williams.
See if the Lakers can take advantage of that turnover.
57-55. The Lakers' biggest lead was 7. The biggest lead for the Spurs was 7 in the first half. Pass out in front to Ori. Ori to Jones. Touch pass over to Fox. Fox one bounce dribble and then looks into Campbell. Gives it instead to Jones above the 3. Free throw line to Robert Ori. Gives back to Jones and sets a screen. Jones fall away. 18-footer. No rebound. Ori good. Ori's second rebound basket of the half. 59-55.
How do players get in positions like that? They work to do it. It's not by accident.
Johnson's got the ball. Johnson takes the ball in low to Duncan. Duncan pivots, loses Ori, puts it up and puts it in easily. Ori expected him to go the other way, I think. Anyway, it's 59-57. The Lakers.
I hope that's what Robert was thinking. He's really good job.
The Lakers up by 2. Here's Eddie coming in deep. He wants to shoot it. He does shoot it. Missed the shot. Thought he was fouled. Hollers at the ref. Pass comes out. They threw it to midcourt. They being the Spurs. Intercepted and give to Eddie, and he hits a 3-pointer. Eddie stopped arguing with the ref long enough to shoot the 3 after Fox made the great interception at midcourt.
Hustle play by Rick Fox.
Oh, man. The Lakers now have scored 7 straight points to take the lead. Here's a bad pass by Avery Johnson out of bounds. Well, Laker lead is 62-57. It was, remember, less than 2 minutes ago, 55-55.
Monty Williams drew that last pass from Avery and made Avery look pretty bad.
Yes, he did, and Avery was mad about it, too. Here's the ball to Van Exel. Here's 20-foot jumper, two-handed, no good, missed it. Rebound Jones, but he gets a foul on the play. He almost, but it doesn't count except in orange, almost had it.
Well, Eddie got a three-pointer a minute ago, and it was direct result of Rick Fox hustling, intercepting the pass, controlling it, going back the other way, and says, Eddie, you're open? Show me that you're still hot as ever. And he did.
Boy, that was a beautiful play by Fox. Sensational not to travel on that play. 62-57, 4.5 to play in the third. The Lakers lead it. They're going into Robinson. Robinson threw that pass. It was intercepted by Fox, by the way. Robinson throws. Oh, he banked it in. Basket counts, foul. Maybe from that position, he had to bank it.
Well, the defensive pressure was coming. He did a good job of giving a head fake, and the pressure came from Fox. Throws it off the glass, gets the basket. Possible three-point play, and that's 4 fouls on Rick Fox.
The free throw is good. Fox will leave the ball game in favor of Kobe Bryant. There's a dribble drive by Fox in the front court. Just hope he doesn't pick up another foul before the ball is dead. Now Jones dribbling on Del Negro. Underneath, throws it up. No basket. Offensive foul charge. Eddie Jones charging into the Admiral. That's 3 on Eddie. He was out of control in the play, not the Admiral. Eddie Jones.
Eddie just knows he knows he can beat Vinny Del Negro off the dribble, and he does, but he runs right into the Admiral, thinking the Admiral was going to go up for a block shot. The Admiral stayed down, kept his position, and drew the charge.
Coming in is Jaren Jackson of Georgetown, 6'6", 210. I would bet that they'll put him on Kobe Bryant defensively. Take Del Negro out of the ball game. And that's exact. No, they're going to bring in another player. They're going to bring in Malik Rose.
Yeah, they did that, though. They took Vinny out.
Now we got the ball belonging to the little guard Johnson. He's in the front court with the dribble and gives it out in front where it's handled by Jaren Jackson. Jackson from Georgetown, looking, pointing, directing. He wants to go to Duncan and does. Duncan is double teamed at the baseline, almost tied up, comes behind the board, throws the ball away, stepped out of bounds. That's about as badly as he could do it. 62-60, the Lakers. Lakers did a good job in the double team. And here we go now with Van Exel coming to the front court. Van Exel looks over the Laker bench to see what Del Harris is calling. He's got the sign. Now let's see what the execution is. Pick and roll. Campbell underneath. Slam dunk. He traveled more on that play than he did in the one that they charged him with earlier tonight, Stu.
A good job, though, by Nick Van Exel and Eldon running a two-man game. The Spurs want to talk it over if they see their coach. Obviously, they don't. They've changed their mind.
They've taken Robinson out of the ball game. This is Johnson with the ball. The Lakers are up by 4. 3:25 left to play in the third. Johnson yo-yoing up and down, wants to go into Duncan. Duncan's against Campbell, drives on him, feeds it out in front. Williams down the middle. Somebody better pick him up. They did. Campbell blocked the shot, but there's a whistle and a foul on the ball game. Campbell got his hand on top of the ball, but he got him with the body.
And Monty Williams is holding on to his hand as he goes to the basket out of the double team. He fakes the pass, goes right down the middle. Eldon picks up the foul. And Monty Williams is picking himself up off the floor.
Monty Williams is a 60% free thrower, 21 out of 35. He was the #1 pick of New York. And he went over here to this ball club. Career average is 6 best. He had a 30-point game one night. The free throw is no good. Here's the next one by Monty Williams. That is good. And it's 64-61. They have made free throwing 13 out of 17. The Lakers are 12 out of 13. Eddie Jones with the ball front court. 3-point Laker lead. Coming up to the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. The crowd capacity at the Great Western Forum. Rain or no rain, they love their Lakers. The ball into Campbell. He's got Duncan on him. He can't stop and puts it up and puts it in. Duncan can't stop him.
Yeah, and I like Eldon when he shoots that jump hook. When he mixes that into his arsenal, boy, he's tough.
5-point lead. Here's a pass. Batted away. Free ball picked up by Duncan. Duncan almost had the turnover. Duncan's got the ball. Duncan out in front to Avery Johnson. 9 in the 24. In-low to Duncan. Turns. 15-footer. No good. Rebound Eldon Campbell. Campbell gives the ball to Van Exel. Campbell's got 4 rebounds. Pass all the way under. Oh, he reverse slam dunk. Whoa, what a play. If he didn't, yes, there's a foul. If he didn't travel, that's a great play.
After a Spurs timeout, we continue with more third quarter action. The Lakers lead it by 7.
This is his first free throw attempt.
He's got 2 block shots. He just does everything.
Yep. The free throw is good. How many rebounds has Robert Horry got? He got 9? Wow, 9 rebounds. 69-61, biggest lead of the ball game. 69-61. The Lakers enjoy it. 2:22 to play in the third. Robinson's on the bench. Ball in low. Handled in there by Malik Rose. He turns. He shoots a 5-footer. No good. The rebound comes out long. Grabbed by number 31. And that's Malik Rose again. And he clears it off, giving to Avery Johnson. In the low to the post man, Duncan. Duncan, the rookie in the league, bank shot. He's deadly on that, and he banks it in. I stood beside him down in San Antonio watching him practice the last time we were down there. And he can really shoot that bank shot. 69-63. That's an art form, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of players disregard the bank.
Here's a dribble drive by Eddie. Underneath, Eddie is fouled hard. Blocking foul. Good call. No doubt about the foul being on Rose. And 2 free throws coming to Eddie Jones.
Eddie, the slasher, when he, he can get through the smallest seams. He goes to his left that time, away from the pick and roll. Gets fouled by Malik Rose, and he'll shoot 2 to see if he can get it back to an 8-point lead.
All right, Eddie Jones at the line. Free throw good. 70-63. 71-63. 8-point lead is right. And we play with 1:47 to play in the third quarter. In the ball game, playing the point position now is Alexander. The ball goes over to Williams. He drives the base. The ex-New York Knick comes back out in front, still dribbling. Now he feeds it over the right side here to Jackson. Drive and travel. Boy, they're calling that closely this year. Much closer than they've ever called in the history of the NBA.
They have been very consistent with their call.
Yes, they have. But don't you agree they're calling it more often?
Oh, absolutely. In the past, they never called traveling.
Same as carrying the ball on the dribble. They're calling that this year. 71-63. It's in the rules. The players have to adjust. Now Kobe Bryant with it, 3-point country. He'd love to drill one from there. Dribble drive down the middle, draws the crowd, throws up a horrible shot, and goes out and gets his own missed shot. Now the ball over to Eddie Jones. He fakes, puts the guy in the popcorn machine, shoots the 3, didn't make it, tipped by Horry. He goes back to get it. He's going to the VIP seats, and he lands. Oh, he's silly. He lands in a man's lap.
I was very happy to see that he missed that stack of towels.
Yeah, Richard Allen.
Yeah, easy to step on that and tear up a knee. But the effort from Robert Horry brings a justified applause from the crowd.
Tremendous applause. 71 with 1 minute to play. 71-63 here in the third. Now Tim Duncan. He's no Robinson in playing the fourth, but they're saving Robinson for the fourth. Here comes Williams down the middle. It's punched away. I think Derek Fisher did it. The ball coming to the front court with Fisher. Brings it over to Eddie. Eddie drives around one. He's in deep. Throws the ball over to Kobe Bryant. Good pass by Eddie. Dangerous but good. 3-pointer by Bryant is good. So that's what Eddie set up.
Well, this is a unit out here right now where they've got 4 guys that are getting after it defensively, and Sean Brooks is anchoring the middle.
11-point lead. There's a dribble drive and charging call against Alexander. Offensive foul is not a shooting foul.
There's only 30 seconds left in this quarter, and that's why Popovich, coach of the Spurs, isn't taking a timeout. He's trying to see if he can weather this last 30 seconds because the Lakers really doing it right now, and the Spurs not quite have it.
Coming with the ball in the front court, Fisher got that half minute to get a shot in, maybe a couple of them. Coming out on Fisher is Alexander. Alexander 6'1", 190. Fisher stands in at 6'1", 200. Here's Kobe. Pass through Kobe. He couldn't handle it. Comes off his hands and out of bounds. Pretty good defense down there that time by the Spurs. So they get it with 12.5 seconds left to play. The Lakers did not play very well in that series. Here we go with Alexander in the front court. Alexander played his college ball at Virginia. He's down the middle, feeds the ball over, and a jump shot outside. Put up and put in. That's what it costs you when you make a mistake like the Lakers did in their last possession. And this quarter is over.
At the end of the third quarter, the Los Angeles Lakers lead the San Antonio Spurs 74-65. Tonight, we're back in Los Angeles for the fourth quarter. The Lakers lead the Spurs 74-65.
All right, coming the ball in the front court is Derek. Big pass underneath. That's a nice pass to Kobe. He turns, fall away, 10-footer. Oh, what a shot. He was almost with his body out straight across the floor. He was leaning back so far.
You just don't know how hard that shot is.
76-65. The Los Angeles Lakers leading it here in the fourth quarter. 11.5 left to play, and the ball out to Robinson. Robinson holds it up, takes the ball over the far sideline to Alexander. Screen set. Down the middle goes Alexander. Alexander. 10-foot jumper is good. He's a good-looking player, isn't he?
Yeah, pick and roll that time. The Lakers really didn't get in good position to do anything about it.
76-67 is the score. And we got the ball in the hands of Fisher. Fisher looking, wants to give it, and does give it to Kobe Bryant. Kobe dribble drive, free throw line, corner of the key. Shoots and makes a 16-footer from the elbow. 2 baskets in a row by Kobe. And it's 11 minutes to play, and the Lakers are leading 78-67. And the Lakers with that big 11-point lead now. Let's see what they can do about hanging on to it. They got the ball in low. Oh, that's a nice fake underneath. They didn't call any foul, and the rebound is off. Taken by Corey Blunt.
Had that been anybody else, Malik Rose would have been to the free throw line.
And Howard would have bounced pass, getting away. A little mix-up in thought between Fisher and Rooks. And the ball goes out of bounds. Thrown by Fisher and not reached for by Sean. 78-67, 10:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Alexander comes down the floor. Alexander's going to be double teamed. He is. They take it over to Elliott. Elliott cross-courts it over here. Bad pass and out of bounds. What a horrible pass. Sean Elliott doesn't look at all like himself.
So the Laker press designed really to do just about what it did. Get you out of your offensive set, make you rush, and it rushed Sean Elliott into a turnover.
See if we can get the biggest lead of the night for the Lakers right now. In the game is Fox. Fox holds it up every night. He gives you the same kind of play. Super. Doesn't get all the headlines, none of that stuff. Just plays his game. Bad pass saved by Fisher. Fisher dribble drive, gives it back to Sean Rooks. He's underneath, he scores. That's an excellent exchange.
That's a nice catch by Sean Rooks because Derek Fisher in a crowd makes the pass.
13-point lead, 10 minutes left to play, and the Lakers looking for their 8th win in a row without a loss in this building this year. No other team in the league is undefeated at home. The ball over to Elliott. And the Lakers need a win tonight because Seattle is a winner and Portland's a winner. All in the Pacific Division, which is the toughest division. Now the ball dribble drive. Alex is a foul. Going to be a foul called. Yes. Knocked down over there is Fisher. And the foul will be on Malik Rose, charging. 6'7", 250-pounder.
Derek Fisher is one tough hombre. He takes these screens on and he does a good job of Academy awarding it, too. Gets the call in his favor. Turnover.
9:37 left to play in the fourth quarter. Hope if you're just doing it in at midnight on Fox Sports West, you're enjoying it. Here's the ball to Kobe. Looks for 3 baskets in a row. Didn't come close in the 3-point attempt, and the rebound is off to Alexander. Alexander brings it to Elliott. Elliott had 4 points before the game was warmed up, but he's struggling since. Elliott down the middle, and the foul is on Kobe Bryant. Illegal. They called an illegal instead of a foul.
Yeah, that's a technical. That's the second one against the Lakers.
Kobe was pounding on the guy. So it's a break for Kobe.
Eddie Del Negro will attempt the
good free throw. Good free throw. No good this time, though. How good is he, Chick? Well, he's still good. That's right. His career is around 85%. Pretty good. 80-67. Ball brought in to Del Negro. Guarded by Bryant. Boy, Kobe's stabbing at that ball a lot. Del Negro gets the screen, goes around it. Bounce pass, going to be intercepted. It is by Fisher. There goes Kobe. Watch this finish. Underneath he goes, and they grab him so that he can't finish it. Alexander the foul. He was going to put on a show on that baby.
And everybody in the building realized that, too. When Kobe touches the ball, especially in the open court, they get real anxious to see what he's going to do. He took it behind his back. If Corey Alexander doesn't grab him, the ball's a turnover because Sean Rooks ran into the ball. Would have blocked it free.
Free throw by Kobe is good. Hey, he's hitting free throws tonight.
I think he's still perfect from the line.
3 for 3, yep. Jimmy Pell's our statistician. Boyd Robertson, our floor manager as usual. Free throw is good. And it's 82-67, a 15-point lead. And this game,
what about this game?
It's very beautiful to watch. 82-67. I scared you, didn't I? Ball to Duncan at the base, dribble drive around Rooks. The ball's thrown high out in front to Elliott, back into Duncan at the post. Duncan holds it up. Cross-courts it over to Del Negro. Now out in front, and a jump shot by Alexander for 3 is good. Nice shot.
That's what he can bring this team that Avery Johnson cannot. Avery's a good floor general, good penetrator, but he doesn't have the perimeter game.
And the Lakers walk the ball to the front court this time. dribbling in deep, all the way under, putting it up and missing because I think the Admiral made him alter the shot. His pass coming over to Alexander, just made a three. Now he tries another three. He makes that also. 2 threes in a row. And the guy off at the bench over there cheering him the most is the guy he reported to on the floor.
After the timeout, we rejoin the action with the Lakers leading the Spurs 82-73.
Corey Alexander has made all of their points in this quarter. He's made 2 threes and a deuce for a total of 8.
Yeah, that's the thing about the three-point basket. Boy, they just all of a sudden are right back into the mix.
All right, the ball out of bounds baseline to the Lakers. Corey Blunt brings it into Eddie Jones, and Jones gives it right back to Van Exel. 8:14 to play. And this ball game looks like it might get very close once again after the Lakers had a 15-point lead. Van Exel with the ball at the 3-point line. See if they can get something done offensively this time down. Campbell sets a pick and roll under to Campbell. Robinson made the mistake, and the ball slipped out of Campbell's hand as he got ready to slam dunk. He's always had a reputation for small and weak hands, and that was a little bit of it. Robinson had made a mistake on the play and got away with it.
That's one of the reasons why he should go up with 2 hands a lot.
Here's a jump shot, bank shot. It comes out this time. Boy, that was tough luck for a dunk.
Pretty shot, too.
It sure was. He can really bank it. Van Exel front court. Bounce underneath. Corey Blunt's got it. He's up. He's fouled hard. And he'll go to the line. It looked like Duncan would be charged with a foul, but there's another man. They're going to call it a Robinson. Robinson's going to get it.
Simple pick and roll type situation there, Chick. Yeah. And Nick Van Exel with the beautiful bounce pass right through the heart of the defense. That's the weakest part of a switching defense is the middle.
Corey's free throw is not close. Corey Blunt will get one more. He played at the University of Cincinnati. 82-73 the Lakers. 7.5 long minutes left to play. The next one's no good. Just the heel comes out, and Fox gets the rebound. Oh, that's good play by Fox.
It was almost like nobody was allowed to go get the ball.
Except him. Yep, he's the only one that moved on either team. Now the ball to Van Exel. Van Exel with 7:23 to play in the ball game. Now the ball given off to Campbell at the base. Backs in. He's confident tonight. Puts it up, and Robinson says, "Don't be so confident. I'm going to block it." And he did block it. The ball comes out to Van Exel, and he hit the three. Robinson blocked the shot by Campbell. It came down. Van Exel gets it for a 3. And he has got, I believe, 3 threes in the game. That's correct. 85-73. Well, that's a good way to stop the opponent.
I got to talk to Nick because he told me the 3-point line was too far for him.
Pass underneath to Robinson. Robinson's fouled in the act of shooting by Corey Blunt.
Jiggy told me, he says, "Dude, this new 3-point line is too far." He has been on a tear all season long as the Admiral rejects the shot by Eldon Campbell and the hustle play by Corey.
Yep.
And Nick says, "Do I lie to you? Just in my ring."
He's now got 43 3-pointers this year, more than any player in the NBA. Free throw by Robinson is good. Van is 3 out of 4 on 3-pointers tonight. The Lakers are 11-0 this year when they enter the 4th quarter with a lead, which they did tonight. Both free throws are good, and it's 85-75. Of course, all records are made to be broken. Van Exel has made 10 of his last 11 3-point shots. Look at that. Now the ball given off to Fox. Fox holds it up and points direction. He learned his skills under Dean Smith at North Carolina. What an addition he's been to the Lakers. Pass underneath, great play, and Corey Blunt misses a slam. Robinson turned his head. Corey went by him and was wide open for a Fox pass.
Remember that play.
Ball to Duncan. I'll say you remember. Bounce to Elliott. 3-pointer on the line. Whoa!
You knew that was going to happen.
5-point switch right there, folks.
You knew that was going to happen.
Corey Blunt's got to score the slam dunk underneath all by himself. And now they come down and get a 3. It's 85-78. Here's Jones driving underneath. Put it up, no. Tipped up underneath once by Corey Blunt, no. Gets the rebound again. Brings it out to the 10-second line. Great play by Corey Blunt. Great. The crowd getting aroused now. 6 minutes left to play in the contest. Only a 7-point lead. Van Exel with it. He's dribbling the ball. He gives to Fox. Over to Jones. He fakes. He fires for 3. He didn't get it. Rebound to be Corey Blunt again. Gives to Jones. Let's stop the threes, guys. You're wearing out the floor. Wear out the net. That's what we want. Now the crowd is really into it. 5:39 to play. A 7-point Laker lead. 13 in the 24. Ball in low to Campbell. He gives it back to Jones, who fumbles. It's a 4-on-3 break. The ball goes over to Elliott. Out to Del Negro for 3. No good. The rebound is off the hand of Campbell and bounces off. And a jump shot by Alexander for 3. That's no good, and the rebound is off. And finally picked up and thrown down the floor by Corey Blunt. Jones has got it in the front court but can't go to the hoop. Out to the 10-second line with 5:11 left to play. It's nervous time at the Great Western Forum. Well, I'm glad I didn't finish that statement a while ago. What statement was that? No, I was going to say I'm getting cold up here. Another three-pointer by Van Exel. He's made 4 out of 5 tonight. That means he's made 11 of his last 12.
We take a break in the action with the Lakers leading the Spurs 88-78. The Whiteys out quarter with the Lakers leading at 88-78. Here's Chick Hearn and Stu Lance with the call.
I can't believe that they could go 80-2. Maybe 78-4, maybe, but not 80-2.
Nick made 5 of 5 three-pointers over in Denver the other night, and he's made 4 out of 5 threes tonight. It's unbelievable. 9 out of 10. Corey Blunt has, let me just get this in, Stu. Corey Blunt has 22 rebounds in the last 3 games. He's had 8, 5, and 9 tonight. Thank you, Raymond. 88-78, 4:49 to play. And the high post man is Robinson. He gives to Del Negro, fires an 18-footer short, rebounds out to Eldon Campbell, up high. Eldon Campbell has got 6 rebounds in the game. He's played an outstanding game, particularly in staying out of foul trouble. In fact, it's been reversed. Robinson's been in foul trouble. Now here's Van Exel. And he's got the hot hand. He'll keep putting it up. Eddie Jones dribble. Here's the Van Exel. Oh, he faked it. He didn't shoot it. Out to Fox. Fox gives it to Van Exel. We got 4 on the clock. He's got to shoot it. Now he's got to shoot it. It's a 2. He's on the line. And went in and came out. It was not a 3. So that doesn't mar his record. Long pass the other way to Del Negro. 88-78. In low it goes to Duncan. Tim Duncan backing in. Wants to shoot, can't. Throws the ball over here to the sideline where Elliott has it. He's got 10 in the 24. Pass knocked out of bounds by who do you think? Eddie Jones.
You know, well, Sean Elliott would have had an open shot had the pass from Tim Duncan been better, but because he had to knock the thing down, it gave Eddie time to recover, and he covered up for Sean Elliott.
They take Sean out of the game and bring Williams back in. And Eddie just smiles as the crowd chants, Eddie, Eddie. If he's not an all-star, they got to cancel the game. Pass out in front comes to Tim Duncan and now to Del Negro. Del Negro above the three-point line. Del Negro gets a screen and shoots a long 3, not close. Rebounds off. Van Exel knocks it away and out of bounds. He tried to cup it in that left wrist and it got away from him. He cut in front of a bigger man, 6'8" Williams, to get there.
Well, Vinny had to take that hurried 3 because the shot clock was running out on him.
A full set on the clock. Now they lob, but that's not a good pass. But Robinson makes it look good and slams it. Oh, that's a beautiful play by Robinson. He caught a bad pass up high and then had the strength to go forward and slam it. 88-80. Long way to go, folks. And the Los Angeles Lakers nursing an 8-point lead. I'd rather be nursing that than chasing it, wouldn't you? Here's the ball into Campbell. Backing in. Out to Van Exel. Van Exel looks for Campbell again. He's in there against Robinson. 3-pointer by Van Exel. Not close this time. Rebound to Eddie Jones. 3:23 to play. Boy, these second efforts eat up a lot of time on the clock. Now we've got Van Exel inside. Van Exel cuts through the key and the ball to Jones. Bounce the ball to Campbell. He comes underneath. The ball slips out of his hand. He thought he was fouled. Pass goes to midcourt from Del Negro. Here's Robinson. Has the ball knocked loose. That was by Eldon Campbell. Length to court. Pass goes to Van Exel. Look out, look out. Good play by Del Negro. Grabbed him, held him up so that he didn't fall. The crowd is booing. They should be applauding the great sportsmanship that Del Negro showed in the place.
That's a smart foul by Vinny Del Negro.
Sure.
Even though Nick is an excellent free throw shooter, you don't give him an uncontested layup with 3 minutes to go, and you're down by 8. So the Lakers will send Nick to the charity stripe, and that would have never happened. Again, hustle. Who was it? Corey Blunt comes up with the play.
All right, now Van Exel at the line. He makes it, and he's now made 42 of his last 45 free throws. He's got the hot hand all over. Robert Horry says, hey, I was part of this game, chick. You were an integral part, fella. Next one is good. 43 out of 46 he's made in a string, huh? If Houston, who is in first place in the Midwest Division, here's a pass thrown away by Robinson and out of bounds for the Lakers. If Houston in the Midwest Division, they're in first place there, was in the Pacific Division, they would be in 5th place. That's how tough it is with the Lakers, Seattle, Phoenix, and Portland.
Very good teams.
Definitely are. All right, it's 90-80, 2:49 left to play. Van Exel with the ball there, and Van Exel looking for Campbell. He's had an outstanding performance against a great player. He's backing in. He loses the ball again, but he was fouled. That is the 4th team foul. The Lakers have only 1 team foul, 2:39 to play. And by the way, this game's in the refrigerator. The door is closed, the lights are out, the eggs are cooler, the butter's getting hard. The jello's jiggling.
You know, we talked about David Robinson being the game's leading rebounder with 10. He's played over 30 minutes. Corey Blunt has played 19 minutes, and he has 9.
That disconsolate face that you saw was little Avery Johnson on the bench. Ball into Campbell. Campbell out in front of Fox. They take it over, and Blunt gives it to Eddie. Eddie drives underneath, blocked by Robinson, spiked out of bounds. Nice play.
Eddie tried to sneak that one by the Admiral, and the Admiral said, "No, I'm still here, Eddie. You may be the NBA Player of the Month, but you're going to have to earn this trip."
That's 4 blocks by Robinson. Campbell's got 3 blocks. Jump shot on the bank by Fox, no good. The rebound is off, taken by Duncan. Here we go, the front foot, Alexander. Underneath the Williams, he's fouled. It'll count to go. It goes.
Now, you know who made that basket possible for Monty Williams? David Robinson. He ran so fast down the floor that the defense had to take him, and that freed up the lane for Monty Williams as sort of like a trailer, and he gets the pass, gets fouled, he scores, and he has a chance for a 3-point play.
It was an intentional foul by Van Exel. He does not get the 3 unless they get the ball back, and the rebound is off to Corey Blunt. He's got 10 rebounds tonight. 10 rebounds off of the bench.
About 20 minutes.
Can you believe that? Boy, is he a worker. 90 to 82. He says his ankles are both pretty darn good now. 2 minutes left to play, and they're going to bring Ori back in the ball game. Here's a little hook shot for the Lakers, and it falls in.
I don't think I've ever seen Elton Campbell shoot a traditional hook.
I didn't either. A right-hand hook like that, I haven't either.
That was nice.
That gives him 21 points to go with 6 rebounds and 3 blocks, and the Lakers lead by 10. With the pass underneath to Robinson, he tried to tip it in. He couldn't. He was fouled by Corey Blunt. It's a controlled tip. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You can run plays like that when you have a player like David Robinson. He just throws it up, and David tries to guide it home. Corey Blunt goes out and gets a nice ovation. Also going out, Rick Fox coming in for the Lakers. Kobe Bryant and Robert Horry.
Horry limping as he comes on the floor. His leg always stiffens up on him when he sits over there. 17,505, the number of tickets sold for tonight's ball game. And I think there must have been at least there was a lot of 15,000 here, don't you think so? Maybe more.
And Corey enjoyed all of them, too, because he had 4 points and 10 rebounds.
All right, here's the free throw coming to Robinson for the second one. He makes them both. And Robinson now in the ball game with a total of 19 points. 92 to 84.
With a minute and a half to play, now you're talking about clock management. You want to make sure you get good shots and not real quick shots.
Kobe Bryant's got the ball, takes it in low to Campbell, fumbles, gets it back. Out in front to Van Exel. Van Exel back into Elvin Campbell. Down the middle he comes, shows it up, didn't draw the iron from 2 feet in front, grabs the ball. Oh, he grabbed the ball and just threw it at the basket to beat the 24. The darn thing circled inside the rim before it came out. How about that? He thinks he's an offensive gem.
Give him credit for knowing the shot clock.
Darn right.
And in the process of knowing the shot clock, he almost made the shot of the year.
Yeah, that was funny. That was great. That's great to know the clock in this play.
He throws up the ball, didn't hit anything. He just goes, reaches out, almost gets a 3-pointer.
All right, here's a jump shot by Robinson. No good. The rebound by Williams underneath. Puts it up, puts it in. Williams. And it's 92 to 86. A minute to play, and it's only a 6-point lead.
Don't they realize you put this game away?
They better think about it. Coming to the ball, Van Exel.
That reminds me of something.
What's that? Oh, never mind about all those hamburgers.
No, forget the hamburgers, because I know we're never going to see those. The other night in Denver, you were supposed to be walking home, and I looked up on the airplane, and there you sat.
Van Exel fired a shot. I said, if that goes, I'm gone. All right.
So we'll wait till the next time we go to Denver. And then you can walk home.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Van Exel.
You don't even walk from the bus to the hotel. Take a cab.
It's good. And it's 93-86. The next one coming to Van. He's got, he's having quite a year. He's got 24 points tonight. Coming into the ball game, he was averaging 17. Timeout is taken as he makes them both. 94-86, 53 seconds left.
After the timeout, we're back for more fourth quarter action with the Lakers leading by 8. There's 52 seconds left.
94-86. And the ball is brought into Del Negro. Scoreless in the ball game. Coming with the ball in the attacking zone, Alexander. He had a couple of threes early in the quarter. Drives underneath and puts in another layup, giving him 10 points in the fourth quarter. 94-88. 40 seconds left. Van Exel goes around Duncan with the dribble. Feeds it up in the front court to Kobe Bryant. And Kobe, the 19-year-old, is knocked down, and the foul is going to be called. And the foul will be called on Jaren Jackson. They're out of foul, so 2 free throws coming to Kobe.
After Kobe Bryant made a free throw, we rejoin Chick Hearn and Stu Lance with the Lakers leading at 95-88.
Both free throws are good. This gives the Lakers a 2-0 lead on the season series over the Spurs. Here's the bounce pass intercepted by Jones. He throws it back out in front to Van Exel. And it's 19 on the 24-25 in the game clock. Foul committed by Alexander.
You talk about surprising a team, Chick. The Lakers are up by 8. There was only 33 or 4 seconds to go after that made free throw. And what did they do? They threw out a full court press and surprised the Spurs, turned the ball over, and they get it back.
We're back at the Great Western Forum in Los Angeles, and we rejoin our announcers for the conclusion of our game, with the Lakers leading the Spurs 98-88. With a victory at hand, the Lakers will improve their home record to 8 wins and no losses.
Now we got a conference explaining something to the Laker coach. The game is over. It's 98-88. There's 24 seconds left to play. And now they're, I think, discussing the 24-second clock.
Well, I think they were discussing trying to get Corey Blunt into the game for Eldon Campbell, and for some reason they're not going to allow Corey to enter the game.
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
Right.
Next dead ball, and the next dead ball may be
the end of the game. Del Negro shoots and hits the side of the board. Comes down and out of bounds. Last touch by Eddie Jones on a block shot is what they're ruling. They're saying Eddie blocked the ball. Now Eldon goes out. The reason they're taking him out here, folks, is to let him get this deserved round of applause. It's too bad that about half of the crowd has left the building. But that's why they took him out. He had a heck of a ball game. And the coach goes down and congratulates him personally. Robinson, left hand, 20-footer, no good rebound, Eddie Jones. Now the Lakers, well, they got to go across the 10 seconds.
Got to go across.
Yeah, got to go across the line. There he splits 2 minutes across the line. He's got it back. And this ball game, ladies and gentlemen, is over, and the Los Angeles Lakers beat the San Antonio Spurs 98-88.
That's it for this week's show. We'll see you next time.